going on, you guys? It's your boy Alex West Collects here, bringing you the most in-depth action figure reviews here on YouTube. And today we have another vintage unboxing for you guys. We have WWE Mattel Elite Series 61 Shane McMahon. So I've been kicking the tires on this one. I wasn't sure if I wanted to add it to my collection or not. I do have the Elite 50, which is similar. The gear is a little different. He did also come with a table, just as this figure did. But I did grab the WrestleMania Basic. I believe that's based off of WrestleMania 15. It was more of a flashback look, and I kind of wanted another Elite. So I believe this is the only other Shane McMahon Elite that I did not have in my collection. So I said, you know what? I'm going to add him. I remember when this figure first came out, I was on the fence. I didn't like the head scan. I was like, something about the head or face looked weird. Maybe it was kind of when they were starting to use the TrueFX technology. I don't know exactly what it was, but I just didn't like it, so I passed on it. And now I kind of regret it because he did shoot up in price significantly. I mean, think about it. This is Elite 61. We're up to what? Elite 108 and 109 are coming out in the next few months. So quite some time ago. So I did snag this on the secondary market, and you can even see the style of the box. Not the best condition. It is a little beat up, but I'm going to open it anyway. And they did have some loose options I could have bought off of eBay, but I was like, you know what? I wanted one in box. I wanted the actual table to go with it. And now my complaint about these announce tables is, like, if you sneeze on them, they break. But one is a little more sturdy than the other. So I do have the WrestleMania one that I believe came with the other Shane. And then there was another one that came with just the WWE logo. I don't know if that came in a playset or what. But the WrestleMania one, I swear to God, if I look at it wrong, it just breaks in half. It's so annoying. So I would love to see some more updated announce tables. I hope this one's a little bit of a better sticking quality. I don't know, where it stays together. I feel like it's just so impossible to keep them there without them falling apart. That's something we haven't seen the Mattel line in a long time, right? A proper announce table, maybe redesigned where it just doesn't, it'll have the breakaway features. That's always going to be a staple, I feel, especially for kids and playability. But maybe where it stays together a little better. I don't know, just something to think about. But you can see the packaging here, old school. You got the white on the front with the WWE logo, the Elite Collection, Elite Series 61. They had to build a display piece here. I hated that when it came out, so I don't know how crazy excited I am for that. You can see the announced monitors here. The table is behind them. You can see in there, it does have the WWE kind of cover that goes on the front. Shane McMahon on the top. Thing at the side, you do have the nameplate. Flip it all the way to the other side. The image of Shane O'Mac. I would love to see some more Elites if possible, if he's even under a Mattel deal. What an image of Shane McMahon jumping off the cell. You'll see the other figures from Elite 61. Kevin Owens, Big E, Shane McMahon, AJ Styles, Fandango, and Tyler Breeze. That's kind of sick. Just really nostalgic vibes. But let's come back, crack Shane out of the packaging, and see what he's all about. So before we get to the actual figure, let's look at all the accessories he comes with. I don't know how Mattel was able to do this and include a whole announce table with this figure, but they did. I don't think that will ever happen again the way inflation and everything is going. But you do get this nice kind of carding backdrop. Again, I wasn't the craziest about this. This, I feel like, just takes way too much display. But you can slide the carding here with this backing and then insert it in the stand and have him displayed like this. Personally, I will not be using this, but it was included, so I figured, why not? Let's talk about it. So, your announce table. These are all the pieces you get to build it, and we can, I guess, try to do it. The pieces snap on the front here. You got your top piece. You do get the kind of side pieces here that are supposed to port in there, as well as the monitors that go in these slots here. Obviously, the breakaway gimmick is intact for the kiddos and all that fun stuff, or figure photography. I don't mind that it breaks apart, but I don't like the fact that it just breaks so easily. So the way this is supposed to work is it's supposed to snap in on the sides here, and you can kind of see the inner workings here of the table. And this actually held together pretty well. And then this piece, this is where it kind of gets a little tricky. This piece is supposed to kind of snap into the sides, and these side pieces always just want to come apart. I don't know if there's a trick to it. Eventually, I do get it to work, and they kind of do stick in there. I feel like one side's always more sturdier than the other. But let's try to do it on camera. Hopefully, I don't regret this, but the pieces are just supposed to port in, again, to the front here. And I feel like this is always the problem. It just never wants to really stick together, and I can tell already it's going to be the case here. So this will probably have to be done off camera to give you a final finish of it. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm not even going to stress myself. We'll be right back with an assembled table, right? So here we have our fully assembled table. I'm going to be honest with you guys, that was surprisingly not as bad. I guess I just felt the pressure of all the eyes looking at me on the camera. But I think I actually had these pieces reversed, so I kind of flipped them, and it held together a lot better than I'm used to putting it together. You can see the little cover here on the front. That is how the actual announce table looks. You'll see the little breakaway feature here down the middle. Obviously, the legs on the front do pop off, but you'll see the monitors here. If you do have any of these like extra chairs, I believe I have some like AW like announce chairs, you can slide them underneath. That will really complete the look. This is the kind of setup I have here on my side. You can see I do have the WrestleMania table as well as another version of this similar table. This one holds together really well. That one, I swear to God, if I look at it wrong, it's going to break apart right now on camera. But the announce table is fun. I would love to see Mattel release these again down the road. Moving on to the Shane McMahon figure, this actually looks really good. I don't know what I was thinking when these were first released, how many years ago, right? The figure looks pretty good. For the most part, the modern day Shanes all had that whitish kind of grayish hair. This is one of the few that has the black, but does have some hints of gray in there if you guys can see that. But for the attire, it's your pretty much standard Shane McMahon attire that you've been seeing through his whole career. Kind of baseball jersey look with the joggers and the sneakers on underneath. Let's bring him in real close, get a better look at Shane O'Mac. I do like this face. Nice kind of smirk to it. You can see the hair on there. I feel like the eyes just always looked a little off to me, but now that I have it in hand, this actually looks pretty good. Again, you can see the grays in there. There is some kind of like, I don't know if it's a defect or what. You can see a little bit of the paint applications here on the bottom kind of bleeding onto the neck, but that's not a big deal. If I really wanted to clean it up with some goof off or something, I can easily take that off, no problem. But I'm probably going to leave it as is. I don't really want to mess with it. This figure did cost me a pretty penny, to be honest. More than I want to spend, but I felt I need it in my collection. And who knows the status of Shane McMahon, especially with all the stuff going on with the McMahon family. I don't even want to get into it, but you know, Shane O'Mac was one of my favorites. I feel so bad that we never got a real modern day, like, elite, not modern day, excuse me, like a flashback elite. We do have that King of the Ring figure, but that's the only one we got, and that was a ringside exclusive. It would have been nice to get a few more from some different matches that he had. I feel like he had a lot of nice gears. I know that Jack's figure with the like navy blue, like baseball jersey would have been pretty awesome, but let's get a close-up. See the jerseys that say Shane O'Mac on the front. And it has the money on there. There is a logo on the side as well on the arm. Remember, this is before interchangeable hands, so these hands are not interchangeable. I may pop them out and kind of throw some interchangeable hands in here as long as they fit and don't pop out too easily. He does have these single jointed arms as well, just another painted sleeve. Underneath, it looks like he's got a white torso. I don't know if we can see the underneath kind of painted on in there. It's kind of tough to see. On the back, you have the money, Hell in a Cell. Looks pretty good. I do like the detailing on here. For the rest of it, it's just your plain black pants, the joggers. He does have these kind of John Cena sneaker molds. You will see the red soles here on the bottom. So, pretty nice attire for what you'd want for Shane McMahon. You get a table with it. This figure just is really fun. Here we have a few different Shane McMahon comparisons. So on the very left, we have the Elite 50. The attire is very similar to this Elite 61. The jersey is obviously different, but you will notice he does have that kind of really grayish hair from when he came back. This one does have more of that black hair look. You can see even the applications on the actual face look different, though they are the same head. This one also did come with a table, so that's another option. This one is a little cheaper than the Elite 61, I have noticed on the secondary market. We have the Shane McMahon and his kind of like commissioner or whatever he was, the general manager look with the Jordan sneakers on there. I believe that was a battle pack figure. Still one of my favorites in my collection. I remember when that came out, I absolutely wanted it. And this is probably still my favorite Shane McMahon. The Ringside Club was exclusive King of the Ring. This is the only kind of flashback elite Shane that we've gotten from Mattel, which is kind of hard to believe, right? We do have the WrestleMania Basic here, which is another one that I loved adding to my collection. You can see that this actually head sculpt looks a little better than that one, but they both are a tad too big. I will say the modern day Shane size of the head looks great. I really wish we could have got something a little more, you know, modern day technology uses of Shane. I feel like it's just been a while. There are a few basics I don't have in my collection. I'm kind of kicking the tires on adding them. Let me know down in the comments below. Are there any other Shane McMahon figures you feel like I should add to my collection? Because as far as Mattel goes, I think I got most of the ones I want. There are a few others that I'm like, do I need? I think one was like a Survivor Series match, and there was that all black attire. I think he came in a battle pack with Drew, and then there's also the referee one. I don't know if I want those, but I'm very happy with the core look of my Shane McMahon figures here in my Mattel display. But I'm going to say the King of the Ring is my favorite. Which is your favorite in your collection? Before we wrap up here with some final thoughts, if you guys are enjoying this video review, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. Let me know if you have this figure in your collection. Is it one of your favorite Shane McMahons? And if there are any other Shanes that you feel I should add to my collection. Also, do you guys enjoy these vintage unboxings? If you guys want me to do more will be coming because I'm constantly buying more figures. So why not throw a review? I feel like I was not doing YouTube reviews while these older figures were coming out. So kind of nice to backbook them and throw them here. If people are, who missed out, want to see some more on these figures. But my personal opinion, this is probably my second favorite Shane McMahon in my collection. I will always go with the flashback version, even though that head is a tad too big. I love the jersey. It's very simple. I do like the nice white sneakers with the red on the bottom. You get this awesome announce table, which actually does stick together. Get it like an announce chair to throw it in there. Really will complete this look. Again, you can grab this on the secondary market. It is a little pricey. The figure itself is cheaper. I feel like I paid more because it was in box and it came with this table. I feel like these are getting harder to find. Hopefully Mattel will release them again down the road, but it's crazy to think that we got a whole announce table. I feel like sometimes that's a Build-A-Figure piece to get it. We got a whole table, a Shane McMahon figure. Again, prior to the interchangeable hands and heads and all that good stuff. So nice to go back to the roots and see some other figures from Mattel. Hopefully we do get some more Shane McMahon figures. I'm sure that's not going to be for a while with all the craziness going on with WWE. But here's another fun one to add to your collection. I appreciate all you guys checking out this video review and your continued support. Before you, don't forget to follow me on Instagram at AlexWestCollects. Also, when you shop at Ringside Collectibles, use promo code 4LIFE. Thank you again. I'll catch you all on the next video review.